Hi friends, and welcome back to Rustic and Lace DIY. So happy to have you join me today. Today I am participating in the 5 Under 5 challenge, and I'll let you know more about that in a few minutes. But if you're new or coming from the playlist, welcome. My name is Brenda, and I am so happy to have you join us. If you like home decor on a budget, as well as holiday decor, thrift flips, and an occasional haul, as well as gift ideas, then I would hope you would hit that subscribe button and become part of our growing family. I would love to have you join us. So with all that being said, most of you know what I'm going to say. Let's get to crafting. DIY number 1. So I'm going to start off using this wall decal. It's a removable tile. This little sign I got from Dollar Tree, and these sunflowers. All of these items are from the Dollar Tree. And I start off by, I did take that house off the picture. It was really easy. And then I go ahead and outline where that box is on the decal, and I'm going to cut that out and trace that down to fit inside. Now, when I traced it, I know I traced it on the outside, and it's going on the inside of that box. So you'll see me here in a minute. I'm going to mark the lines to where the inside of that frame meets, and then I'm going to mark it on my little decal there, and then I will use my paper cutter to trim it down to size, and I trim all 4 sides so that way it fits right inside that box. Then once I got that done, I went ahead and took the back off, but I wanted to make sure that it sticks well. So I went ahead and added some hot glue to the inside of that box, and then I put my wall decal in there. And then I took this sunflower, I took it off the stem, and I cut off the little pokey part that was on the back of the flower that goes onto the stem, just so that it hit the little block there a little bit better. And I got that block from the back of that house. So here I hot glued it to that block, and then I'm just putting some more hot glue all the way around between that block and between the flower. And then I'm going to put hot glue on the bottom of that block and hot glue it to that picture frame. And then I took my Waverly chalk paint in the color Ocean, and I took a baby wipe, and I'm going to use this baby wipe to rub on a little bit of paint. But before I did that, I wanted to make sure I protect my mat because it's dirty enough as it is. But anyways, I took this, and I'm just doing a light brushing of that Waverly chalk paint, and I'm going to do the all around the outside and then on the inside of that square as well. And you can do this if you want. You don't have to do this. If you're going to recreate it, you can do whatever you want. I'm just really into that blue color right now. So I took some of this ribbon that I got from Hobby Lobby earlier this summer, and I am just making a little bow. As you can see, I just kind of crossed it, made it like a breast cancer awareness bow, and then just scrunch it up in the middle. And then I take some twist tie, and I am just adding it to the middle of that bow. And then I'm taking this ribbon that I got from Hobby Lobby as well, and I am doing the same thing, scrunching it up in the middle, and then I'm going to connect it to that yellow bow and add the wire, wrap it around that as well. And then I will wrap the wire together to itself behind. Sorry, I got out of frame there. And then I'm going to use my wire cutters to clip off the excess of that twist tie. But before I do all of that, I am going to dovetail the legs of those bows, just to give it a nice finished edge. There I go. I'm going to clip off that excess. And then I'm going to get some jute twine, because I wanted to cover up the yellow twist tie, and I'm just tying the jute twine together in the back. And then I'm going to wrap the longer piece around the where that tie is, and then I'm going to tie it in a knot in the back. And then once I do that, I'm going to put some hot glue on it, and that completes the first DIY. And I think it came out really cute. It's a nice little shelf setter. I'm doing sunflowers because I know it's a summer kind of transition into fall kind of a flower, and I'm ready for fall. You guys, I'm excited for it. So today I'm participating in this 5 Under 5 collaboration, and the host is Missy from Crafty Cove and Emily from Farm Charm Chic. And their co-host today is Shannon from Shannon's Crafty DIYs. And if you have not checked them out, please check their links. Will be in my description box. Check them out. They are wonderful ladies and they do wonderful DIYs. I love watching them. And then this is DIY number 2. So I started off with a pair of jeans that I had, this sign that I got from the Dollar Tree, and some more of those sunflowers from the Dollar Tree. And I basically, with the jeans, I just cut out the pocket from the back part of that jean. And then I am taking my Cricut spatula and I am just going underneath that little frame, which is just made of cardboard. So I'm trying to be very careful so that I don't break it. I have done that before. But this glue, this was on there really tight with that glue, and I really had to scrape and try not to break that. And as you can see, it pulled off some of the paper there. So I did have to sand it down so that I was going to paint it, but then I realized I didn't need to paint it. So I took my Waverly chalk paint in the color Cashew, and I am just painting the edge of the sign. And I think I do 2 coats all the way around just to cover up that print there. And then once that was all dry, I took this paper that I got from Hobby Lobby earlier this spring, and I am just going to hot glue that down onto the front of that picture. Now you can use hot glue, you can use a glue stick, you can use Mod Podge, you can use whatever it is you like to use. This was just a little handy for me, and that's why I chose that. Then I took the hot glue and I am just going to hot glue that pocket right on to the middle of this sign. And then I am taking these sunflowers and I took them off the stems and took the leaves off, and I'm just going to hot glue the leaves on, and then I'm going to hot glue the sunflower right in the middle of the leaves. And I'm going to do this with all 3 of those sunflowers, as you can see sitting there. And if you see the petals moving, that's because my fan was on. It kind of makes it hard crafting sometimes when I have my fan on. So then I took some jute twine and I hot glued it to the back, and I wrap it around the bottom and the top about 4 times. And then here you'll see I'm just going to cut it off. I'm going to tie a knot at the end of that piece of string there and hot glue it to the back of the board. I did that on both ends, and I did that on the top as well. And I just really like how this just kind of gave it a little extra oomph to the sign. I really love how it looks. And then I took some more of that ribbon that I got from Hobby Lobby, made another bow and hot glued it, and that one is done as well. Easy as pie, huh? And I think it came out adorable. I love the idea of denim and sunflowers. I think when I think of, September, I start thinking of hay rides and sunflowers and jeans and boots and sweaters and all that kind of stuff. And that's what I think of when I see this picture. So here is the next DIY. Now I have seen something similar to this on Pinterest before. I think it was Pinterest. and I wanted to try and kind of recreate it. So I used this aluminum foil pan from Dollar Tree, that cylinder from Dollar Tree, and my Waverly chalk paint in the color white. And I took some paper and I just made a template of a petal, and I just did it's kind of a leaf shape, but it's supposed to be a petal. And then I did a round shape as well. And I think I cut out about 12 or 13 of the petals from this pan, and then one of the circles. And then once I got done doing that, I used my Fix All super glue and put it in the middle, and then used my hot glue and put some on each end. Be careful because it does make that metal hot, and I do put on my finger protector here in a moment because it was getting really hot. So I'm just going to do that all the way around. I do also put it some like in between the two, like I'm going to lay this one down next to the one that's already on there, and then I will after I lay down another one, I'm going to put one in between those two, and I do that all the way around the vase. If you guys would like to support me and buy me a coffee or buy me some craft supplies, I would really appreciate that. And you can find the link to buy me a coffee in my description box, as well as the links to my social media accounts, Facebook and Instagram. So follow me over there. I'd love to interact with you there. So you'll see here, I'm almost done. I just wanted to show you where I put it on top of the other two. So once it was all done, that's what it looked like. And I took my Waverly chalk paint in the color white, and I just painted over that foil and painted the whole jar. Now, I would recommend that you let your glue set in just a little bit before you add the paint, because in some areas it was trying to lift off the glass, and I had to go back in with my hot glue and add a little bit more. Then I took my Waverly Antique Wax, and I'm just doing some dry brushing with that all the way around, and then I used my finger to just kind of blend it in. And then I took some of this gingham ribbon that I got from the Dollar Tree this summer, and I am just going to make a bow around that. Now, I'm not using any kind of glue because I want to be able to change this out for the seasons. So right now I just wanted to do the blue and the yellow as we transition into fall. So then I took some of those sunflowers, and then these flowers. I'm sorry, I didn't see what it said, what they're called. I can't remember what they're called, but I did get them from Dollar Tree. I think they're really cute. So I just added some of these picks. I did add some floral foam inside of that vase. And then I'm adding some of the wheat that I got from Dollar Tree as well, and I'm going to add that in there as well. Now, I didn't add a whole lot because I wanted to make sure I was keeping this below $5, this DIY. But you could add more floral or greenery or whatever it is you want if you're going to recreate it. But this is what I did. And once I get that last one in there, I did add a couple more sunflowers, but that is it. And there is the final project for that. And I think it came out looking really cute. It can be so versatile. I don't know if I'll use it for Christmas, but you know, for spring you could use it, summer, fall, or early fall. And I just love it. You'll have to let me know what you think in the description box below. And then the next DIY 4 and 5 are going to be put together. So this is DIY number 4 and 5. So I'm going to start out here with these LED candles that I've had for quite a while. I have some tissue paper that looks like birch bark and some Mod Podge, and I am going to Mod Podge this onto my candle. So basically I cut out the tissue paper to fit around the candle, and I'm just going to brush on some Mod Podge onto my candle, and then I'm going to very lightly add the tissue paper to that Mod Podge. And then I'm going to add some more, and you'll see here as I roll it, I'm just kind of holding that paper a little bit, and you want to be real gentle because it tears really easy, but I'm just kind of holding it kind of tight a little so that it kind of helps with having, it helps not to have any wrinkles in the paper. And I think these came out really cute. I've been wanting to do something with these for months now, and I am finally getting around to it. And I wasn't sure you could do this with these kind of candles, but apparently it works out just fine. Now I know you can do something similar to this on real candles. I know in the past I've done it where I've kind of melted the candle a little bit with my heat gun and then added tissue paper. I haven't checked to see if you can just Mod Podge on regular candles, but I'm sure you might be able to. I'd have to look that up, honestly. So here I am taking some ribbon that I also got from the Hobby Lobby. I love their ribbon, guys. It might be a little more expensive, but get it when it's on sale because they have some great ribbon. I have this double-sided tape that I got from the Dollar Tree. Hopefully it works okay. This is the first time I've used it, but you can use any double-sided tape you want. And I'm just going to use this on the ribbon itself because I want, again, to be able to change this out for the seasons. So I just put it where the two ends of the ribbon are connected. Then I'm taking some jute twine and I'm just going to cut that down to size, and I'm going to tie a little bow on the front. And I did this with each candle that I created. And I make the bow kind of big because I'm going to add a little sunflower to the middle, and I wanted to make sure that you could see the bow and that the sunflower didn't cover it. And I got these little sunflowers at Hobby Lobby as well. They were $2.99, but I got them 40% off of that, and it came with 4 little flowers on it. And there it is, and I think it came out so cute. And I'll show you the end of the final review or reveal at the very end. So I took this mirror that I got from the Dollar Tree, this Hexagon mirror, and I am going to make a little riser with it. So I took the mirror off and the backing, and I'm going to use my Plaster Waverly chalk paint, and I painted the whole thing. I didn't want to bore you with my painting, so I just gave it 2 good coats. And then I took those little mushrooms that I got just recently from my Dollar Tree haul. If you haven't seen that, I will link that in my description box as well. And I painted them with the same color because I thought that they looked like little feet for projects like this. So I'm just gonna hot glue 1 or 4 of those on each little side there. Now when you hot glue these on, I recommend holding them down for a little bit, because it seems like whenever I put little feet on trays or whatever, I go to move them and they fall off. So I wanted, because I don't wait long enough, so I wanted to hold them down there for a few seconds and just make sure that they really set. And then that is that for that riser. And I thought about adding something else to it. I didn't even distress it. I might go back later and distress it, but you could also add like some paper to that mirror instead. Where that mirror goes, add like decorative paper, scrapbook paper for the season if you like, which I might do that for Christmas or even for fall. But I just thought this is really pretty, and it actually might reflect some of that light. Hopefully it does. So here is the final reveal. I cannot talk today, you guys. Oh my gosh. I hope you guys like everything. Let me know in the description box which was your favorite, and if you're going to recreate any of these. And if you do, let me know, and I'd love for you to send me a picture of it, like on Instagram. I'd love to see any recreations that you guys do. So again, I am so happy you guys were all here. If you haven't subscribed, I would love it if you joined our family and hit that subscribe button. And don't forget to hit that like button and the notification bell. And I hope you guys have a blessed week, and I will see you next week. Bye-bye.